Alright, so we're going to do a prime rib roast beef dinner tonight, some stack cooking. So it's a 1.9 kilo prime rib roast. It's two big ribs, a lot of meat on each side. I got my 4-quart pot on just over medium heat. It's not too hot, not a medium high or high heat. There will be some smoke coming out, but that's fine. It's just the natural sugars caramelizing and the meat browning. We're going to add all that beautiful caramelized meat flavor to this dish. It's also going to sear in those juices. So I brown it on each side, a good 5 minutes on each side, nice browning, and it just smells good. That searing meat always just smells so fantastic, especially the prime rib. It's such great marbling. So you'll see a bit of fat coming out of the bottom of the pan. That's no problem. We're going to use that to our advantage. So brown on all sides, and then we're going to get this whole dinner ready. So in the steamer basket here, I have 2 sweet potatoes, which I've cut up. I have 4 red potatoes. I'm going to cut those up too, put them into the basket, right? And then we're going to get a whole dinner on the go here with broccoli and beans and corn, and do a little bit of stack cooking here tonight. Make life really easy and quick. So I put the steamer basket on the plate. I put a bit of extra virgin olive oil over the potatoes and the sweet potatoes. I put them on the plate so the oil doesn't pour all over the place. Then I put some cracked black and some sea salt on them. I kind of mix them all up so they're all mixed up with the salt and the pepper. Then I'm doing them separately. A little bit of seasoned salt and everything, but on the sweet potatoes I'm going to put some cinnamon, a few dabs of cinnamon. I'm going to add brown sugar to the sweet potatoes as well, and dry basil on the spuds. So meat's nicely brown, pretty much done. Now what I'm going to do is take the meat out of the pan, right? So I'm going to take it right out of the pan. I'm turning the pot down to a much lower heat. I've added in 5-6 cloves of garlic, 2 onions chopped up in a rough chop, put them in the pan, give them a quick stir, and put the lid on with the vent open. I'll leave the vent open so if it starts whistling on me, it'll alert me that maybe the pot's too hot. I take the rib roast, and what I'm doing is I'm going to add some sea salt on it and some cracked black all the way around it. I'm using the same plate that I put the potatoes and sweet potatoes on, so a bit of that oil had gone to the plate. I'm going to smear the roast around in that olive oil as well. Just let the salt and stuff stick to it. So then now the pan has been on a very low heat. I turned it back up to that medium heat to get the onions sizzling. Then I added the roast back into the pan. I put the basket on top with the potatoes and sweet potatoes and the small frying pan upside down. I turned this down to a medium-low heat. We're going to cook this for 1 hour and 20 minutes. Now, if you want to know the right cooking temperature, just kind of look on the lid, and if you see a bit of moisture coming on the top or moisture appearing on the top of the pan, that's perfect, right? So that's a good sign we're at the right temperature. Another way to check is that you can spin the pan on the top, and if it moves back and forth really easy, because there'll be some pressure inside on the top lid, that's a good sign that we're at the right temperature, right? So you do want to make sure that there's no steam shooting out of the pot, but it's just a little bit starting to maybe pop little bubbles coming out. So it's 20 minutes to go. I put the vegetables on the stove. The steam started coming out of the pot. I put them on top to finish cooking on top, or stack cooking. This is 1 hour and 50 minutes total cooking time. The roast is ready. Let it sit for about 10 minutes. While it's sitting in the pot, I put in some tomato paste, about 2 tablespoons, and some beef broth, and just blended up those onions with some of the juice that came out of the meat for a lovely gravy, right? And that's our roast beef dinner. That's Chef Warren with Kitchen Charm Cooking, and life is delicious. And this is the way it should be. It's easy cooking. I want to see what you're doing.